Welcome to Level 1 of being a millionaire, where you've just earned yourself $1 million. Congrats. Level 1 is the I made it, but please don't ask about my savings tier. Think Bryce Hall, think Patty Pimblett, think every Love Island contestant whose net worth websites wildly overestimate. These people hit $1 million for the first time, and their personalities immediately upgrade to motivational speaker. They buy one Rolex and start saying things like, it's all about discipline. Their house? A $700,000 home in a nice suburb with a neon sign that says hustle and a bedroom that still looks like their high school setup. They still fly economy, except on birthdays. Then they buy business class, take a picture, and aggressively crop out the person sitting next to them. Their vacations? Always Tulum, always Cabo, always somewhere with a beach and bottle service. They buy one expensive thing, a watch, a chain, a designer jacket, and suddenly that's their whole personality. But level 1 is fragile. One tax mistake and they're back to ground zero. So people at this tier upgrade fast, which leads us to level 2, the I'm kinda rich now tier. Welcome to level 2, where confidence grows faster than their money does. These are the my assistant will handle that millionaires. Even though the assistant is a $400 a month VA named Clarissa who works from a cafe in Manila. Think FaZe Rug, think G-Eazy, think NFL starters who aren't famous but cash massive checks. Think Jenna Ortega before Wednesday exploded the universe. At this level, people stop checking the right side of the restaurant menu, not because they're rich, because they want the waiter to think they're rich. Everyone buys the same car, a Porsche, or a Tesla Model X with doors that open like it's trying to fly away. They fly business class now, not private yet, just comfortably bougie. And yes, they crop the window seat neighbor out for Instagram. Vacations level up too. Maldives, Bora Bora, places where every drink costs more than your car's monthly payment. Level 2 is also the first stupid purchase tier. FaZe Rug gets a Lambo. G-Eazy buys outfits that look like they're going through something. NFL players drop $60,000 at the club because the rookie got it. But level 2 is still the warm-up. Once someone hits 10 million, things start getting real. Time for the first real rich tier. Welcome to level 3. People like Emma Chamberlain, Jake Paul, Lil Yachty, and NBA stars such as Jamal Murray. At level 3, everything scales up. Their money, their lifestyle, their confidence, their chaos. Their house becomes a real mansion, the type with a movie theater, a pool shaped like a comma, a guest house nobody uses, and a kitchen filled with countertop appliances they've never touched. Emma Chamberlain's home looks like it was manufactured specifically for Architectural Digest. Jake Paul's home looks like a frat house, won a Powerball jackpot. Lil Yachty's house is a museum of weird expensive art. Jamal Murray's house probably has a walk-in fridge for Gatorade. Jet use becomes casual, not I always fly private status. More like I'll fly private if the vibes are right. Jake Paul flies private because TSA probably put him on a watch list. Lil Yachty flies private because the airport is basically a convention of aspiring rappers trying to hand him USB drives. Emma Chamberlain flies private to preserve her mental health. Their team expands too. Personal trainer, stylist, videographer, makeup artist, and the one childhood friend who now has a $65,000 salary strictly to hang around. Their hobbies go luxury mode. Emma is deep into fashion. Jake is deep into boxing and chaos. Yachty collects designer art pieces that look like hallucinations. Jamal collects watches worth more than small houses. Level 3 is where money starts shaping their identity, but level 4? That's where they disappear behind gates and stop acting like celebrities altogether. Level 4 is the tier where money stops being loud and starts being mysterious. This is the level where rich people don't flex anymore. They don't post everything. They don't show off. They literally vanish into mansions surrounded by trees and NDAs. Think Post Malone chilling on a hidden ranch in Utah. Think Tyler the Creator disappearing into a Beverly Hills fortress with 20-foot hedges. Think Ben Simmons buying a $17 million house with a Shark Tank wall because why not? Think Doja Cat living in a museum-looking home designed by someone who drinks paint water for inspiration. Think J Balvin meditating inside a house so aesthetic it looks like a Pinterest board achieves sentience. Welcome to level 4, the first level where money becomes quiet luxury. At this level, people don't just move, they evaporate from public life. Post Malone bought a giant Utah estate with so much land, you could honestly get lost and need GPS just to find the front door. The dude has a bunker, an entire apocalypse hideout. He's not playing rich, he's playing Fallout 4 in real life. Tyler the Creator's house is so private that if you tried to deliver Amazon packages there, the GPS would start buffering. Ben Simmons has a mansion with a Shark Tank wall in the living room. Imagine eating cereal while a shark watches you. That's level 4 energy. Doja Cat's place looks like modern art tried to reincarnate as a house. J Balvin's home is minimalistic, wooden, peaceful, and costs more than your entire bloodline. These aren't houses, they're layers. The fashion also goes quiet luxury mode. Rich people love this move. They hit 30 million and suddenly dress like a tech founder doing laundry day. Post Malone used to dress like a cowboy DJ. Now he wears black tees and looks like your friendly neighborhood Home Depot associate who raps. Tyler the Creator rotates between tailored pastel suits and sweaters that look like they were crocheted by a cartoon grandma. Both cost at least $1,000. Ben Simmons dresses like the villain of a Netflix finance documentary. Doja Cat dresses like performance art. J Balvin's outfits look simple until you find out each piece costs more than your rent. Quiet luxury isn't about looking expensive. It's about looking being normal, but costing 10 times more than normal. Regular rich people go on vacation. Level 4 rich people vanish. Post Malone dips out so quietly you forget he exists until an album drops. Tyler catches a private jet like it's a lift. J Balvin goes to Japan like it's a casual grocery store run. Ben Simmons brings 18 friends to the Bahamas. Nobody knows who pays. Probably the Sharks. Doja Cat? She travels in ways scientists have not yet documented. Level 4 vacations aren't vacations. They're disappearances. This is the funniest shift. At 30 to 50 million, people start talking about taxes like they're Marvel lore. It's run through the LLC. The trust owns that property. We filed it under the holding company. We depreciated the mansion. It's a write-off. And ask them how much they paid last year, and they'll give you a smile that says, not what the government wanted. Level 3 had a team. Level 4 has a workforce. Real positions, real payroll, real infrastructure. Chef, personal assistant, security guard, gardener, driver, stylist, housekeepers, dog nanny, home manager, financial advisor, therapist. You have to maintain mental health when you live with a Shark Tank. Post Malone has a weapons manager. Yes, a person whose job is weapons. Tyler, the creator, probably has a golf cart mechanic. Ben Simmons has someone managing his visitors like he's running a hotel. This isn't I hired help. This is I run a small company disguised as a home. They start buying legacy items. This is where millionaires start making purchases that make absolutely zero financial sense, but look amazing in conversation. Post Malone bought a bunker. Tyler buys vintage cars he calls by name like they're his children. Ben bought a Shark Tank wall. Doja Cat buys sculptures that look like nightmares in 4K. J Balvin collects designer chairs that cost more than a Kia. This tier isn't about flexing wealth. It's about flexing personality and taste. This is where rich becomes artsy rich. They completely lose track of prices. Ask a level 4 millionaire how much a gallon of milk costs. They'll say something like $7, $10, I don't know, my chef buys it. Ask how much a haircut costs. They'll say mine, $600. They live in a parallel economy at this point. Most importantly, they're rich enough to not need the spotlight anymore. This is where fame becomes optional. Post Malone doesn't need to release anything ever again. Tyler could quit music tomorrow and still be a fashion icon. Ben Simmons is already testing what happens when you stop showing up. Doja Cat could vanish into an art cave. J Balvin could retire into a meditation bubble. Level 4 millionaires don't chase attention. They escape from it. But level 5 is when they come out of hiding and start causing problems. Level 4 millionaires lay low. Level 5 millionaires step outside like Wassa peasants. Time for the chaos tier. Level 5 is where money officially loses its mind. This is the tier where millionaires don't just live comfortably. They start treating life like a side quest in a luxury video game. Think Conor McGregor waking up in a Versace robe to scream motivational nonsense. Think Travis Scott casually buying a car that looks like a Fortnite skin. Think Tom Brady existing with Olympic level discipline inside a mansion that probably smells like eucalyptus. Think Kevin Hart buying classic cars like he's collecting infinity stones. Think Ariana Grande owning houses she forgets she owns. This level is where spending becomes entertainment. Supercars become Pokemon cards. Conor McGregor's garage looks like a multi-million-dollar dealership. He has Lamborghinis, Bentleys, McLarens, Rolls Royces, sometimes two of the same car just because. Travis Scott's cars look like they were designed during a creative block at Marvel Studios. Bugatti Chiron, custom Maybachs, Mataraps and colors Crayola hasn't invented yet. Tom Brady's cars whisper the phrase established dominance every time he drives past you. Kevin Hart has so many classic cars. His garage needs museum insurance. He once crashed one, shrugged, and bought another. Ariana doesn't flex cars. She flexes real estate. But trust? The car she does have? Elite. Level 5. People don't choose between cars. They build fleets. Homes multiply like side quests. Level 4 millionaires disappear into one mansion. Level 5 millionaires acquire mansions the way normal people acquire hoodies. One in every vibe. Connor owns properties in Dublin, Vegas, Miami, Spain, and Dubai. Dude lives like he's on a world tour no one bought tickets for. Travis Scott's homes are modern art masterpieces. Entire houses made of glass and LED vibes. Ariana Grande has real estate in Los Angeles, New York, and random places she forgets exist. She probably owns 5 houses she hasn't seen in months. Kevin Hart's primary home looks like a billionaire tech headquarters. Tom Brady's houses range from luxury beachfront compounds to mountainside estates built for elite family bonding. These are not homes, these are locations. Private jets become the default setting. Level 5 millionaires don't fly commercial. They don't fly business. They don't even think about first class. They fly private, always. Connor uses private jets like a rideshare. Travis Scott treats private flights like Uber X. Tom Brady uses private jets to pick up his kids. Ariana Grande travels private because airports are allergic to her. Kevin Hart travels private because people try him about his height. Private jets at this level are not a flex. They're a requirement. Gift giving becomes financially disrespectful. Level 5. Birthday presents aren't presents. They're declarations of dominance. Connor gave a fan a full Rolex. Kevin Hart buys cars for friends like it's a casual Tuesday. Travis Scott gives out rare sneakers worth more than your student loan. When people at this tier give gifts, they're not trying to be nice. They're trying to make sure you can never match the energy. Investments go from normal to unhinged. Level 3 buys stocks. Level 4 buys companies. Level 5 buys anything that sounds cool during brunch. Tequila brands, perfume empires, music labels, sneaker collaborations, tech startups, crypto projects, restaurants, apparel companies, and sometimes NFTs. Because hindsight is 20/20. Conor McGregor literally printed hundreds of millions with his whiskey brand. Kevin Hart owns a portfolio so big he could run Shark Tank alone. Ariana's fragrance line generates cartoon money. Travis Scott collabs break the internet on release day. These aren't side projects. These are money factories. They get invited to the super rich people events. Level 5 millionaires pull up to gatherings most humans don't even know exist. Met Gala, Fashion Week, private billionaire yacht parties, exclusive poker nights, brand retreats, sports owner suites, celebrity charity galas, Hollywood after parties, elite fashion dinners, private island hangouts. At these events, deals are made with a handshake, friendships are made with champagne, and opportunities fall into your lap like coupons for wealth. Security becomes mandatory. Conor moves with tank-sized humans in black shirts. Ariana always has professional security because her fame is chaotic. Travis has security because the internet treats him like a walking lawsuit. Tom Brady has security because he's a national treasure. Kevin Hart has security because he's famous and short, a dangerous combination. Privacy becomes priceless. Security becomes essential. Their biggest problems aren't real problems. These are actual level 5 issues. My private jet is too small. The chef used the wrong saffron. The pool's too warm. My mansion echoes too much. The yacht captain parked crooked. The Bentley's massage feature wasn't massaging enough. These people live inside a simulation where inconvenience has been deleted. They start dating in the billionaire ecosystem. At this tier, dating becomes a crossover event. Ariana Grande marries, divorces, rebrands, and repeats. Travis Scott dates Kylie Jenner, unlocking billionaire adjacency. Tom Brady dates supermodels with superpowers. Kevin Hart marries someone with influencer royalty energy. Conor stays with D, but their lifestyle is full billionaire mode. People at this tier only date other people with money, status, publicists, and NDAS. Love is real, but branding is also real. They post less online because the real flex is privacy. Level 1 posts everything. Level 5 posts nothing. Ariana disappears for months. Travis Scott goes silent until the album cycle. Tom Brady posts dad content. Kevin Hart posts only the moments that are clean PR. Conor flexes strategically. Silence becomes luxury. Most importantly, they officially feel upper class. Level 5 isn't new money anymore. These people know they've made it. They know they're operating in the top 0.01%. They know they have access, influence, and opportunities no one else gets. This is the tier where millionaires stop asking, "Can I afford that?" and start asking, "Do I even want it?" But level 6. Level 6 is when they stop being millionaires and start acting like baby billionaires. Level 5. Millionaires flex. Level 6 millionaires build empires. Time to enter the territory where money becomes infrastructure. Level 6 is where wealth stops being a thing you have and starts being a force field around your life. People at this tier don't live rich. They live optimized. Everything around them is designed for comfort, efficiency, and maximum main character energy. Think Drake. Think Rihanna in the $300 million to $450 million range. Think Steph Curry, Dwayne Wade, The Weeknd, Chris Rock, Caitlyn Jenner, and Messi right before he broke into billionaire territory. These are the "my life is a luxury ecosystem" millionaires. Their homes are no longer houses. They're functioning mini cities. A level 6 mansion isn't big. It's operational. Dwayne Wade's LA estate is 17,000 square feet of pure disrespect. Wine walls, saunas, gyms, courtyards, pools that belong in movies, guest wings that feel like hotels. The Weeknd bought a $70 million Bel Air mega mansion with more amenities than an actual resort. Movie theater, spa, gym, 2 pools, terraces, recording rooms, a kitchen that looks like Apple designed it. Steph Curry lives in Atherton, the most expensive zip code in America, where houses don't have addresses, they have legacies. Drake's Toronto estate looks like a billionaire museum built by Batman. Massive hallways, a marble temple vibe, indoor pool, NBA court, recording studio, everything drenched in quiet confidence. Rihanna's old properties had private beaches and enough security to guard a small country. A level 6 home isn't a home, it's a compound. Private jets stop being luxuries, they become routines. Drake has Air Drake, a full-size Boeing jet painted in OVO branding, so big it looks like it should carry 300 passengers. Drake uses it for casual travel like he's going to Chipotle. Every hour of flight costs around $7,000. Drake shrugs and pays it like it's a phone bill. Rihanna flies private so consistently, the TSA probably filed a missing person report on her. Dwayne Wade flies private because he's not dealing with being recognized at Gate B12 by a guy named Kyle. Steph Curry flies private because if he walked into an airport, it would turn into a riot. Chris Rock flies private because he's Chris Rock. At level 6, flying commercial is no longer an option. It's a security risk. Their staff is no longer a team. It's an organization. This is where you realize you don't run your life anymore. Your staff does. People at this level have a personal chef, a sous chef, a nutritionist, a private trainer, a stylist, a full glam squad, multiple assistants, a business manager, a financial team, a PR team, a social media strategist, housekeepers, gardeners, security for the house, security for wherever they go, drivers, pilots, and an estate manager who oversees the whole operation. Rihanna's touring staff alone can exceed 40 people. Drake's property requires a rotating team to maintain. This is the first tier where your lifestyle cannot function unless dozens of people clock in every day. Investments evolve from business ventures into empires. Drake has OVO, clothing, music label, alcohol brand, plus his stake in restaurants, tech startups, and real estate. Rihanna built Fenty, which prints money like a cheat code, and flipped her into billionaire orbit. Steph Curry invests in tech, sports, production companies, fitness apps. He's basically building an Avengers team but for business. The Weeknd invests in crypto, art funds, and tech platforms. Dwayne Wade has stakes in wine companies, shoe lines, media brands, restaurants, and sports teams. People at this tier don't buy stocks, they buy industries. Buying part of a sports team becomes normal behavior. This is the flex that separates level 6 from everyone below. Dwayne Wade owns part of the Utah Jazz. Drake became the official Toronto Raptors ambassador. Steph Curry invests heavily in sports ventures and athlete-owned companies. A-listers buy soccer teams overseas, like their Airbnbs. Owning a piece of a team isn't a flex. It's a status symbol and a long-term power move. Their cars stop being transportation. They become artifacts. Drake owns Rolls-Royces with custom European interiors, hypercars in one-of-one colors, limited edition Ferraris, and a custom Mansory Rolls that costs more than your entire neighborhood. The Weeknd has a McLaren P1, one of the rarest hypercars ever made. Steph Curry rotates through luxury SUVs and sports cars, like he's picking outfits. Messi owns vintage Ferraris and Maseratis that could fund a small nation. These cars are not driven, they are curated. Their social circles become world-changing. At this point, your friend group looks like the guest list at the Met Gala. Rihanna hangs with billionaires, fashion titans, music moguls, and literal royalty. Drake casually chills with LeBron, Kevin Durant, Odell Beckham Jr., Michael B. Jordan, and half the A-list. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union are on texting terms with Oprah. Steph Curry is tight with Obama. Chris Rock knows everyone who has ever successfully told a joke. Your circle becomes your empire. Their problems stop being real. They become comedic. A level 6 millionaire deals with issues like the jet Wi-Fi was slow, the chef bought the wrong truffle, the pool temperature was slightly off, the yacht crew parked unevenly, the sauna took too long to heat, my assistant is sick, so I had to email someone myself. These aren't problems. They're inconveniences in a life that's too comfortable. They start buying land like they're forming their own country. Level 6 millionaires buy mountain estates, beach compounds, forest hideouts, desert mansions, private islands, multi-acre properties inside gated neighborhoods, entire blocks of investment real estate. Rihanna's properties literally have private beaches. Drake's Canadian land looks like a national park. Steph Curry's land in Atherton is so exclusive that billionaires have to apply to be neighbors. This tier thinks in territory, not houses. Their life is no longer rich. It is engineered. Everything, scheduling, travel, privacy, work, comfort, is optimized. They do not wait in lines. They do not book flights. They do not check in. They do not call restaurants. They do not deal with errands. They do not touch luggage. They do not handle anything ever. The world bends around them. But level 7 bends the world in half. Level 6 millionaires run empires. Level 7 millionaires run realities. Time for the final form. This is the last stop before billionaire status. And the lifestyle is so unhinged, it barely feels legal. People at this tier don't have money. They generate money by existing. They have wealth that moves economies, influence that impacts culture, and lifestyles that genuinely don't resemble human life. Let's get into it. Their homes are basically national monuments. Jerry Seinfeld's estate is a multi-building playground, car barns worth tens of millions, a private baseball field, a private theater, and a layout so massive you could burn 300 calories walking to the kitchen. Magic Johnson owns sprawling real estate portfolios across Los Angeles and the coast. Not homes, but holdings. Kim Kardashian's pre-billionaire mansion is a $50 to $60 million minimalist temple that looks like Apple designed a monastery. Floyd Mayweather's mansions look like luxury jewelry stores. Every surface shines, every room flexes. David Copperfield owns a literal private island, 700 acres, multiple villas, private beaches, landing strip, full staff. These aren't houses, they're landmarks. Their travel is presidential level. Level 6 people fly private. Level 7 people fly like heads of state. Multiple jets, jets for friends, jets for luggage, jets for pets, jets with bedrooms nicer than hotel suites, jets with gold accents because why not? Floyd Mayweather has 2 jets, one for him and one for everyone else. Tom Cruise flies his own jet because he's literally certified to be a flight risk and a movie star at the same time. Magic Johnson vacations on mega yachts, so massive they cast shadows on entire coastlines. Jay-Z and Beyonce traveled in jets so large, they look like Delta flights without passengers. This tier doesn't travel. They teleport with luxury steps. Their yachts are floating civilizations. These yachts have helipads, cinemas, gyms, saunas, pools on multiple decks, jacuzzis, chefs, bars, doctors, engineers, security, staff of 20 to 50 people, guest suites that feel like presidential hotels. Magic Johnson's yacht trips could be documentaries. A week on one of these yachts costs more than a Lamborghini. A week. Their staff is indistinguishable from a government government, security teams, pilots, drivers, chefs, stylists, makeup artists, nannies, gardeners, housekeepers, media managers, lawyers, brand strategists, business managers, investment teams, family offices, personal doctors, construction teams, estate managers. Kim Kardashian's staff is the size of a small company. Magic Johnson's organization runs like a Fortune 500. Jay-Z's Rock Nation has layers of executives reporting to more executives. These aren't support systems, they're administrations. Their cars are art pieces. Jerry Seinfeld's cars alone might be worth $100 million. Floyd Mayweather has 100 cars separated by city. Jay-Z owns an $8 million Maybach Exelero. Kim Kardashian drives custom Maybach SUVs in matte ghost gray. None of these cars should be on normal roads. These belong in museums, not traffic. Their time becomes priceless. Level 7, people do not wait, do not queue, do not check in, do not make reservations, do not sit in lobbies, do not carry bags, do not open doors, do not travel normally. Their lives are engineered so perfectly that waiting is physically removed from their universe. Their time is worth millions, so every second is protected. Their kids live in an alternate universe. Level 7 kids grow up with private tutors, elite security, luxury travel, exclusive schools, designer wardrobes, family offices managing future inheritances, vacations on islands, connections before they can speak. These kids start life wealthier than entire towns. Money at this level becomes something else entirely. Level 7 millionaires don't think in dollars. They think in ownership, equity, licensing, royalties, brand value, long-term influence, legacy, cultural footprint, generational wealth. Jay-Z didn't just get rich. He constructed wealth piece by piece like a skyscraper. Kim Kardashian turned her personal brand into a full-scale industry. Magic Johnson built an empire across sports, real estate, and business. At this tier, money evolves. It becomes energy, and they are one step away from billionaire status. All it takes is an IPO, a brand valuation spike, one acquisition, one global product, one massive deal, and suddenly they cross the threshold. But this level right here, this is the peak of millionaire life, the final evolution, the almost billionaire.